General Andrew Bailey fight to defend Missouri's SAPA law. Number 2, where are we in the ongoing federal lawsuit against our SAPA law? And number 3, the bills being filed in the General Assembly to gut SAPA law. Where are we with these bills? Guys, we're going to answer all these questions in this video. Watch the video, share it online, and join our fight for freedom today. Hey guys, Aaron Dorr here with the Missouri Firearms Coalition. There is a lot going on right now here in Jefferson City. As you guys know, we're trying to ban red flag laws. We're trying to enhance stand your ground law. But our number one objective this year is to defend the Second Amendment Preservation Act. We call it SAPA for short. And you guys have been burning down our phone line lately. Where are we on the fight to defend SAPA law? Not only in the legislature, but also in federal court. And a lot of you are also asking us, what about our new Attorney General, Andrew Bailey? Will Bailey defend SAPA law like Eric Schmidt did when he was the AG? Guys, we have some updates on all these questions. So watch this video. When it's all done, guys, I'm going to ask you a favor. Hit the link, donate, or join MOFC right now and help us fight for your freedom here in Jefferson City. So number one, the big question. Federal court, where do things stand? Well, guys, as you may remember, it was last July 6th when the Missouri Firearms Coalition's team, the Department of Justice, and their 10-person team who flew in from D.C., and then at the time, AG Eric Schmidt's team all appeared head-to-head in Kansas City Federal District Court over the big question of whether or not SAPA law is constitutional. It was a heck of a throwdown. The AG's office did a fantastic job. The DOJ was obviously enraged that little old Missouri thinks we can do what we think is best for our own state. And frankly, the judge wasn't an ally in any capacity either. That was July 6th of last year. And as of today, late January here, we have still not received an answer from the federal district court judge. Crickets. Nada, nothing. So some of you have asked us, can we compel the judge to give us an answer? And the long answer to that question is yes, kind of, maybe, but it comes with some consequences. The shorter answer is not really. And frankly, right now, since SAPA law is the law of the land right now here in Missouri, and since currently Joe Biden can't use Missouri cops to enforce his gun control agenda, we're pretty fine with the status quo. And here's the other dynamic that the judge in the case is facing. If the judge upholds Missouri's SAPA law, it's a win for Missouri, and it's also a green light to red states all across the country are debating, should we move SAPA law right now in our state? They don't want to do that. At the same time, though, if the judge overturns SAPA law here in Missouri, it will be appealed in circuit court in the 8th Circuit. And folks, our odds of winning that case are strong. They're strong. And the judge in this case knows that as well. So if he wants to kill SAPA law, and I'm not saying he does, but if he does, and that's kind of the impression that we got in court, what does he do? Does he uphold SAPA law, or does he strike it down knowing it will be appealed to the 8th Circuit and we'll get a much bigger victory? Only the judge can decide the answer to that quandary. But again, SAPA is law right now. It's every day that passes, it's a win for us. So that's the federal court answer to your question. Now, a lot of you have asked about new Attorney General Andrew Bailey. It's a fair question to ask. Mr. Bailey was not elected. He was appointed to replace Eric Schmidt by Governor Parson, and he didn't have to run for office. And so a lot of you are asking us, where is Andrew Bailey on guns? And guys, I'm pleased to give you a very firsthand answer. I recently met just last week with AG Bailey in his office. It's right across the street from the Capitol. I was there with a bunch of our team, and he was there with his entire team. And guys, I got to give you, it was a fantastic conversation with the Attorney General. AG Bailey made it very clear to us that if SAPA law is struck down by the lower courts, he will absolutely appeal SAPA to the 8th Circuit. And he said, if for some reason we were to lose in the 8th Circuit, he will absolutely 100% without a doubt appeal SAPA law to the Supreme Court. And guys, as you know, if there's ever a time to put a gun case before SCOTUS, it's right now. for the first time in my lifetime, we're seeing 6-3 victories on gun rights versus the 5-4 cases that we've had for decades and decades and decades. If there was a time to put SAPA before SCOTUS, now is the time. And A.G. Bailey made it very clear he would do exactly that. A.G. Bailey says he understands this is both a gun rights issue, but more importantly, a state sovereignty issue. And he agrees with us 100% that Missouri has an absolute right to do what's in its own best interest. We don't want to help the feds enforce tyrannical gun control. Missouri is not a gun control state. And he's going to fight in federal court and SCOTUS to defend our right to do what's in our own best interest here in Missouri. So this is a photograph if you haven't seen or met Mr. Bailey. And again, we met in his office just last week. And again, 100% commitment from the Attorney General to defend our SAPA law if, and that's only if, it is struck down by the federal court judge in Kansas City. So that covers the AG question. Now the third one, a lot of you are asking us, how about the fight to defend SAPA in the legislature? So as of right now, we do have one primary bill filed to repeal SAPA law. It's filed by the Democrats in Jeff City, thankfully, as opposed to Rhino Republicans. And so as of right now, it has not moved. As of right now, it has no Republican Rhino support. And that's a good thing. But I want to be clear on this. If we see an actual attack on SAPA, my expectation, my best guess after 15 years of doing this, is they will never adopt a Democratic bill to do it. In fact, they probably won't even file a bill at all to do it. What they would do, if anything, is run an amendment in committee, or even worse, on the floor the day of, with no time to mobilize against it, to gut the enforcement sections out of SAPA. As you heard from us before, they would never go to repeal all of SAPA, but they don't have to. All they would do is remove the couple of paragraphs that spell out the penalty section in SAPA law. And if they remove those penalties, remove the teeth, when someone violates SAPA law, like St. Louis PD, you and I have no recourse, none whatsoever. So if it happens, it's going to happen in an amendment, in committee, or again, on the floor. That's our best guess. And folks, session is really just beginning. Committees are just beginning in Jeff City. And one of the biggest bills we're going to see this year was already unveiled in committee last week. It deals with public safety and crime issues, especially in St. Louis. Now, this is a 20-page plus bill. It's going to see amendments. They've already promised that. And we're already seeing some stuff that touches on guns in this bill. To tell you guys, if we're going to see an amendment, it may be on a bill just like this. So we are watching this very close. Our entire team is. We'll wait and see what happens. If there's any attempt to weaken SAPA law, you'll hear about it from us. As of right now, the main bill filed to gut SAPA's teeth is going nowhere, or has gone nowhere. But again, the real risk, as always, is a Rhino-backed, Rhino-filed amendment in the 11th hour on the floor to do exactly that. We are watching this, guys. I have had meetings with probably 40 members of the House and Senate this session already. And everyone knows in that building, everyone knows, even the folks that hate us. In fact, especially the folks that hate you guys and us, the Missouri Firearms Coalition, they know exactly how impactful the SAPA issue is here in Missouri. They know exactly what a big deal it was in the gubernatorial elections. I'm sorry, the Senate elections and our primary here last year. Everyone saw what happens to rhinos who attack SAPA law. And guys, that victory and those victories in the primaries in August, they're still paying dividends right now, today, here in Jeff City. So guys, thank you for that victory, because everyone in the state capitol knows if we even look sideways at SAPA, these guys are coming for us. And absolutely, you can bet your bottom dollar we will, and we are. So guys, again, in summary, federal court, no decision. Our new AG, Andrew Bailey, 100% commitment to fight for SAPA law. And right now, the primary bill filed to gut SAPA in the General Assembly has not moved. It is a Democratic bill, which is good. But again, the primary threat there would be from a rhino, probably somebody who's termed out, who can't run again, who'd run an amendment on the floor. Guys, we're watching all of this, but we can't do it by ourselves. So guys, if you haven't yet joined MOFC, today is the day. Now is the time. Hit the link below or above, wherever you're watching this. Join MOFC.com and join our fight today. If you're a member, guys, donate right now and help us keep fighting for you here in state capitol. And finally, whatever you do, share this video so everyone knows where things stand right now, this week, today, here in Jeff City. Thank you very much.